when he says very angry, this isn't like, oh man, I'm kind of perturbed, guys. I just want to say that you shouldn't do this. No, he's livid. He's boiling over with fury. That's what's happening within Nehemiah right now. He's not sitting by passively. He's compelled and driven to do something. Now, one of the things I see in this that I think is important to point out here is that this speaks to sort of the way that God has designed men to be. And generally men are designed to be more angry, more aggressive, more violent, more ambitious, and they're just kind of generally tend to be more that way. And if I say those words to you and you immediately think bad words, those are all bad words, then I want to warn you, you've bought into a feminist agenda, okay? Those are not bad words. Now, those can be things that are used for bad things, but those are actually, we need men like that. We need men who are willing to stand up and say, that's wrong, I won't let it happen. Not on my watch, over my dead body. And when they say it, they mean it. They don't just say words, but they actually are going to stand up and do something. You see, the reality is that anger isn't a bad thing. But within Christianity, we've got this weird idea that somehow, if you get mad, if you get angry, then, well, that's not very nice. And we should just kind of sit back and shouldn't we just hold hands and say nice words to each other? Not all the time, no. No, when you read through the Gospels, Jesus wasn't always nice to the Pharisees. He said crazy stuff to them, like you guys are whitewashed tombs. You look good on the outside, but you're filled with deadness. Who taught you how to say good stuff, you snake? Like that. Jesus was looking to fight, like he had some crazy stuff going on. He did some things that, some of us would look at him and we go, whoa, Jesus, you should wear, what would Jesus do bracelet, and like maybe take it easy, In Ephesians 4:26, it says this, be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sin go down on your anger. Now, here's something I want to point out to you. Right here where it says be angry. That is actually, when you look into the construction of the Greek grammar, that's actually a command. That's weird. It's not like if you happen to get angry. No. There's a command to be angry. You ever thought about that? Like God's commanding us to be angry? There are things that should just fire you up. There are things that should light a fire within you. The oppression of people who can do nothing for themselves, like in our country, the millions of children that are being murdered in their mother's wombs, that should fire you up. You should be angry about these things. People who are just stuck in their lives and being oppressed by those. The woman who fears that she can say nothing because she lives with an abusive husband should fire you up. That it should make you so enraged that you say, I cannot sit by and do nothing. I've got to do something. There are many things within our culture that should fire you up and make you angry. And yet, because of this weird worldly idea of Christianity that we've got to just sit around and sing kumbaya and be nice to each other and hold hands and skip, that somehow we've decided that Christianity means passive. And it could be nothing more than just a crazy lie. It was Gandhi who said, I like your Jesus, but I don't like your Christians. It's because he had a false view of who Jesus was. He thought Jesus was just passive. He thought Jesus was just going to sit around and just go, well, you guys just be nice to each other, and I'm sorry, did I get in your way? That's not Jesus. That's not Jesus. He's very, very strong. In fact, in John chapter 2, verses 13 through 16, when Jesus cleanses the temple, you know what he did? He made a whip. He sees the temple, he sees what's going on there. It's like, you guys have turned this place into a racket, kind of like New York. And he got mad, and he sat up, maybe I should make a whip. And so he went and he made a whip, right? And then Jesus, by himself, went into the temple courts, and he ran everybody out, right? Like, he didn't go in there and say, hey guys, you should probably leave now. I don't really like what's going on. He was scary. He was intimidating. He had a whip and everyone ran for their lives. And he turned over tables. He didn't just kind of push them over. He flipped the tables of the money changers. He dumped the money on the floor. He opened up the gates for the animals, and he let them all run free. And he said, you are turning my house into a house of thievery instead of prayer. There fire in Jesus, right? He wasn't just passive about these things. Yes, Jesus laid down his life, but that was strength, not being taken advantage of. It was Jesus' strength to do such a thing. He was angry, aggressive, violent, and ambitious. We look at those words and we think, oh, those are so bad. But see, the thing is that those aren't bad things. The same masculine traits, they can be used to destroy peace and create tyranny, or they can topple dictatorships. Same things, right? The same things that they can be used to extort for greed, or they can be used to build economies. The same exact things. The same thing that, you ever seen those pictures where it's like, this is why men have shorter lifespan, and it's like this ladder that's over a stairwell, and the guy's like painting a wall or something. You're like, dude, you're going to die, bro. You shouldn't do that. It's like, that's a foolish risk. The same thing that makes a man take that foolish risk will make a man run into a burning building to go save people. We need men like this. We need men who don't think that they need to become more feminine in order to be good. We need men who are going to be more like Jesus in order to be good. That's what we need. And this is the kind of man that Nehemiah is. He runs toward responsibility. He stands up for others.